Hi guys, this is Nitya, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics from St. Anne's Arts and Science College. Today we are going to see the important theorems as well as the alternative series and its corollary also. Okay, let us see the first important theorem, that is theorem 54. If summation an is a divergent series of positive numbers, then there is a sequence epsilon n where n lies between 1 to infinity of positive numbers which converges to 0, but for which summation n equal to 1 epsilon n an still diverges. So what is given here? If they have given one series, that is summation an is a divergent series they have given, which of positive numbers, then there is a sequence. We are taking one sequence that is epsilon n, that also contains positive numbers and which converges to 0, and that also converges to 0, but for which summation epsilon n an still diverges. So the thing is, an is a divergent series, and then summation epsilon n is converges to 0, but if you are taking the series adding both the terms, that is the epsilon n and an, that is still diverges only, we are going to prove. So let us take the Sn equal to a1 plus a2 up to an. Now let us show that summation sk plus 1 minus sk divided by sk plus 1 is diverges. This we are have to show that like this. For any m belongs to I such that, let us choose n belongs to I. So Sn plus 1 is greater than 2 into Sm we are taking. We are taking that Sn plus 1 is greater than 2 into Sm. This is possible since by the hypothesis Sk equal to k equal to 1 to infinity diverges to infinity. Now Sk is a non-decreasing sequence. So what will happen? Summation of that term which is greater than or equal to summation of Sk plus 1 minus Sk divided by Sn plus 1, which is greater than or equal to 1 by s plus 1. Now you have to expand it. So Sm plus 1 minus Sm plus Sm plus 2 minus Sm plus 1 and so on up to Sn plus 1 minus Sn. Now you have to solve this term. So we'll get Sn plus 1 minus Sm. Since Sn plus 1 is greater than 2 Sm, we have to, the 2 will come in this side. So Sn plus 1 2 divided by 2 is greater than Sm. So apply here and then take this as a common as Sn plus 1. In the remaining term just write. So here the left hand side is greater than 1 by 2 for any m belongs to I, for all n belongs to I. Therefore the partial sum of the series that we have, which we have taken, does not form a Cauchy sequence, and hence this is which is applied to infinity. So sk plus 1 minus sk is the series a plus a2 plus up to ak to kk plus 1 minus a1 plus a2 up to ak. So this can be written as ak plus 1. Therefore then this equation 1 becomes as which is equal to infinity, that is ak plus 1 divided by sk plus 1. Now summation ak divided by sk equal to infinity. So let us assume that 1 by sk is equal to epsilon k. Therefore epsilon k tends to infinity, sk tends to infinity. Therefore we have arrived at the result that summation ak epsilon k equal to infinity. That is, we have seen in the question that an epsilon n, but we have taken in the format of k and we have hence proved. So next one we are going to see the alternative series. That is, the alternative series is an infinite series whose terms are alternate in signs. That's it. So it's an infinite series whose terms are alternate in signs. So 1 minus 2 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4. So see here, plus and minus will alternate. It comes under alternatively. Likewise the next two examples also. Now alternative series can be written in the format of summation minus 1 the whole power n plus 1 an, or summation minus 1 the whole power 1 an. In the first term is a negative where each term is positive. Okay, so we can move for the next important theorem, that is a Leibniz theorem for alternating series. So in the examination they can ask a question that state and prove Leibniz theorem. So the statement is, if an equal to sequence of positive numbers such that an is greater than or equal to a2, greater than or equal to an up to an plus 1, then an equal to 1 to infinity is non-decreasing sequence. And then limit an equal to 0, then the alternative series summation minus 1 the whole power n plus 1 is a convergent series. So both the things we have to see. Let us see the first case. First partial sum with the odd index we are taking s1 plus s1 s3 s5. So s3 can be written as s1 minus a2 plus a3. Now by hypothesis a3 is less than or equal to a2, so s3 is less than or equal to s1. So in the general we have to prove that s2 plus 2n plus 1 is equal to s2n minus 1 minus a2n plus a2n plus 1 less than or equal to s2n minus 1. Thus S1 is greater than or equal to S3 greater than or equal to and so on S2n minus 1 greater than or equal to S2n plus 1. So that S2n minus 1 where n equal to 1 to infinity is not increasing. So S2n minus 1 it can be written as A1 minus A2 plus A3 minus A4 and so on. It's alternative series. Since each quantity with the above bracket is a non-negative, so A2n minus 1 is greater than 0. So therefore S2n minus 1 is also greater than 0. Therefore 2n minus 1 is a conversion. We know that the condition that a non-increasing sequence which is bounded below is convergent. Similarly, the sequence is a convergent. Therefore S2n plus 2 is greater than or equal to S2n. Therefore this is non-decreasing. So S2n is equal to an minus A2 minus A3 and so on. So each quantity inside the bracket is non-negative. Thus S2n less than or equal to A1, so that S2n is bounded above. So let S2n equal to m, then S2n equal to L we are taking. We know that by the L equal to m, we know that form we have seen in the theorem. So limit n tends to infinity a to n which is equal to 0, limit n tends to infinity S2n minus limit S2n minus 1 which is equal to L minus m. For L equal to m, and so that S2n and S2n minus 1 converges to L as per the limit of the sequence definition. So epsilon greater than 0, we can find n1, n2 belongs to such that modulus of S2n minus L is less than epsilon. So modulus of S2n minus 1 minus L is less than epsilon. Therefore we are taking the maximum among that, and Sn minus L is less than epsilon. Therefore this converges to L. Next one we are going to see one corollary, that is if the alternating series is satisfies the hypothesis of the above theorem, then hence converges to some L belongs to such that modulus of Sk minus L is less than or equal to A plus 1. Here we are going to prove that S2n minus 1 is a decreasing sequence. So it's converging to GLB, and S2n is an increasing sequence converging to LUB. So which is greater than or equal to L and which is less than or equal to L also depends upon the LUB and GLB. Now this is lies between 0 to A to n. So modulus of S2n minus 1 minus L is less than or equal to A to n. So we are taking the k is odd or even. We have to show that modulus of Sk minus L is less than or equal to Ak plus 1. So hence proved. I hope you understand the theorems. It's an important theorems. Two theorems are important, and then alternative series definition is also important. Learn well. Go through it. Thank you, girls.